Okay, so Liz had a question or a request for me to check in on Alex Jones. So I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper, and let's do an update. I have a playlist for him, and I think there's 3 readings in there so far. But let's do an update as of early March 2023. Alex Jones, what is your future? Okay. Maybe feeling helpless or... Well, let's keep going. Yeah. It's on that trajectory to just watch and wait. There we go. This might have to do with his kids. Okay, all right. Yeah, remember all those documents that were retrieved from his, 2 years worth of whatever was on his cell phone, he accidentally sent to the wrong attorney in the Sandy Hook trial. And I'm pretty sure that the January 6th committee got everything. And he may have some trouble. He may have some legal issues just because of... Pretty sure he was one. Well, there were $500,000 of... I think, pretty sure it was $500,000 of money that he gave to help get people to the insurrection. Yeah. Yeah, he's got troubles. Okay, let's take the 4 off the bottom, so it goes this way. So money troubles, or let's see, sudden wealth support. Yeah, this is probably him trying to support Trump for the insurrection. Or this could be him paying out tons of attorneys. He lost. I mean, I think he was ordered to pay, like, was it something crazy, like billions? I forget. I haven't looked to keep up, but the guy, he lost big time. He's probably filing bankruptcy, or already did file for bankruptcy. But we'll see, like if they can't pay, if no one wants to listen to these guys anymore and they can't pay, then they wind up locked up. Okay, so his card didn't come through, so I'll go with the standard procedure here, or standard rules of reading. The first 3 to 4 cards. He's waiting, feeling helpless. This is his soul journey. Might have to do with his trying to bring people to the Capitol, but it's affecting, like, right within his 4 walls, and this has been developing for a long time. He's worried about his money. It's causing him, he has health issues. I could imagine that this guy's blood pressure is through the roof. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure he flies off the handle constantly. He's like the second generation of Rush Limbaugh. So now I'll read the corners, or kind of just bracket things in around the edges here and see what frames it all in. This could be a supportive person like his mother, or it could be just that he has some secret support. But it could also be, I'm not sure if it's a person. I'm actually not sure. So let's just go into the realm of what this card means, which is, it's our placeholder for somebody teaching him a lesson, probably. Some things that grow, and he has bad health next to it. So maybe this is his mother, and her health is bad, and that's causing him stress. Yeah, I mean, it's usually kind of like that motherly energy, but also someone who will hold your secrets for you. But because of the thievery card and the poverty card close to it, especially the poverty card knighting to the mature woman, I don't think that he has the support anymore that he had. I think this is kind of the past, and he's lost the support. And it's because of everything that was on his cell phone that was, retrieved. And so he's waiting, wondering what's going to happen to me, and he's feeling helpless about it, and he's also being watched. The expectation card is my surveillance card. And then jumping over here to maybe to the future, on the other side, there could be some new investigation that comes in as to money and the creativity that came through. Whatever, I really think that the paperwork, I think there was a discovery of everything on his cell phone given to the January 6th community, or committee. It's right here in the community card. And so there's new information in there that I think is going to bust him later. I don't have the imprisonment card here, though, or even the coffin, but we do have quite a bit. Now, I imagine he's a guy that would flip. Right in the center of the reading, we have the concern card, and this is his mental illness, of course, and that's his soul journey. He's mentally ill, and he gets people to follow him and listen to him, and they, if they're gullible enough, they'll align with that, and there you go. Could ruin a person's life, literally, on so many levels. Imagine losing your family members, and imagine, just imagine like what somebody like Alex Jones can do to a younger developing brain, especially if they had a tendency towards alcohol or drugs or both, or it can be a really sad situation. So here he is with his mental illness and his poverty consciousness, because who in the world would need to amass that much money? Who creates a website called infowars.com? Like, what? I mean, you're setting yourself up for the future, right? It's like, wow. Infowars, okay. So he's this purveyor of lies. And think of all the children, at Sandy Hook that were murdered, and he's saying, remember, he said it was all, what did they call them? Crisis actors. He said it was all a hoax. He said Sandy Hook was a hoax. Sandy Hook was a hoax. Insane in the membrane. That's this guy, and so here he is. He didn't even have to show up. This whole thing is him. He's crazy. The people that come into his inner circle on his, web, and maybe this message card could be our stand-in for the web, because it's all forms of communications. We don't have a star card in this deck, like in the Lenormand. But anyway, he's on this soul trajectory of insanity and helplessness and OCDs and being very ignorant and depressed, and he's just probably feeling pretty darn discouraged at this point. And we also have the out of control, hopeless, waiting, card up here as one of the brackets, one of the four corners. What's also hanging over him is another investigation, probably based on the January 6th committee's report, right? That would be another layer of this message card here. And all of these cards, because they got a great fortune of information, discoveries from his cell phone. And that knights to the center card here too. Can you imagine the insanity? Could you imagine going through all the records on his cell phone? God. Everything for 2 years. How he spent his money, things he bought, things he sold. I mean, you could imagine. Yeah. So, and this mental illness is causing him health issues. Doesn't matter what support he might have, he's still, when you're nuts, you're nuts, and that's it. If you've done enough certain types of drugs, they create brain damage, and it's with you for the rest of your life. I had a sister-in-law who she was 3 months younger than me, and she went to San Francisco, so this was in the 60s, She went to San Francisco, or actually, no, it had to have been early 70s, because I wasn't married in the 60s. She went to San Francisco for the weekend, and she came back, and she was never the same. She was never the same, and she wound out she had a terrible, terrible life, and then died. It just, something broke in her brain. I don't know what she took, but she lost it. So sad. Okay, so that's just another side note, like keep your kids off of, who knows? They didn't have crystal meth in those days, but it was something, something that shattered the brain synapses, I'm pretty sure. So, but anyhow, with this guy, yeah, health issues, mental health issues are reiterated right here, and we all know, how he displays himself on online, and he does look like a heart attack or a stroke waiting to happen because he gets so, he just goes nuts. So again, the important discovery. The other important thing right here is this line, this diagonal line here from the family room would be his 4 walls. He's within, so this is his life currently and probably in the future. He's stuck within his 4 walls, very depressed, with the concern card and the despair card together. These are the 2 worst cards here, and they're all like that's where he hangs out. Right? And then this other crossover card here is probably marriage issues. This could definitely be marriage, but also business partnerships issues that aren't going well. And maybe, he's doubting the money coming in with his, because this guy sells physical, like supplements for physical health. Like, can you imagine? Not really, though. It's not, I doubt anything he sells really promotes to health. The pathway card is our card for things that develop slowly over a period of time. And this could be like another divorce coming up for him. I think he remarried. Either that or it's just a girlfriend. He did lose custody of his kids for a while, I think, until they got a little older. And I think one of his sons works for him, if I remember reading that correctly. Like works under him. It's like, how scary is that? So the pathway card, Knights to the Gift. So over a long period of time, because of the poverty card that touches the pathway and all of this tells me that money coming in will be an issue. And then, he has to pay. It was a major lawsuit that he lost, so I wonder if the people are ever going to get their money. But then again, they would have to. If he's filed Chapter 11, they take the money that's coming in and they pay it out to the people, who have the judgment over him, and then whatever's left over he gets. But I'm thinking he wouldn't have anything left over, and it would have probably drained everything that he had. So no wonder we have the poverty card and the concern about the money, and then the job change, and everything to do with the January 6th report. Right? And here he is just tortured with worry because now he's a broke-ass bastard. And I think I'm done with this. because the rest of it is just, at the bottom, just, deception, legal bills, lots of legal bills, lots of legal bills. I don't know that he'll ever, because this is our card of cheating, I don't know that he'll ever pay all of his attorneys. But maybe he had to. Maybe there was something in there that he signed where they got paid first. But I don't see him doing well in the future. But I also don't see him locked up. So probably because he would flip like a pancake if he had to. Yeah. Didn't he say that he pleaded the fifth a couple hundred times in, I can't remember, so it's probably Sandy Hook trial, but I don't know if he was ever brought into the January 6th committee. Yeah. I need to see if I can find that report and buy it. It's probably a book online. It's probably a book on Amazon, right? I think it has 800 pages, though. Goodness. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Hopefully this was helpful. Doesn't look like he's going to have a happy life. So, okay. Meanwhile, take good care, you guys. Bye.